Stormtrooper twice lined up in rows. Let's go! Reviewing each one with the passion it shows. It's so plastic to metal, he knows them so well. Stormtrooper swagger, his story to tell. Tune in for Bert, he's the toy expert. Let's go! From action to arcade, see the best displayed. Fun never ends with our toy-loving friend. Bert's the one we know, bringing every show.
Hello and welcome to That's Just Prime, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime, and I love this toy. Released in the fall of 2024, this figure is available right now as of the time of this recording. It is a Commander class figure and retails for approximately $90. And what we've got here is quite possibly, to date, to this point, the best G1 Optimus Prime we've ever gotten at retail. This figure is absolutely fantastic. So it comes packaged exactly as you see here. We've got the trailer, we've got some accessories, and the figure comes packaged in robot mode. So let's start with some of these accessories so that we can see how we get to put them all away. We're going to start right here with the Matrix of Leadership. So he does come with this Matrix of Leadership, which can be placed in the chest. It is hollow on the back there, so that's going to fit a peg. So the way we're going to do this is exactly the way that you think. We're going to open Prime's chest just like so, and then we're going to open this panel right there, and you can see there's a little peg right there. That is where our Matrix is going to fit. Now, I don't think this is worth showing. He can hold, you can pose him to where he's holding it in his hands, but you're really only going to use the index fingers to do so. It's really not worth showing. You can do it, but it's really kind of silly. The thing about toys that come with the Matrix is that in order for them to fit the way they're supposed to in their chest, they're going to be that size, which is going to be too small for them to hold in their hands. If they made them big enough to hold in their hands, then they would be out of scale with the rest of the figure. So that's kind of just the way it's going to be because it was animation. So yeah, he can hold it just with his kind of like his fingers like this, and that's it. It's not great. So we're going to go ahead and just put that in there where it belongs, and we're going to leave it as is. So there you go. There's Prime with his Matrix right there. Let's look at these accessories right here. We got his rifle, which we're going to look at later in, once we get into the figure. But there you go. It's his ion blaster. It looks really, really good. It's done in this gunmetal gray, very, very dark, but shiny gunmetal gray. It's not black. So it looks really, really nice in the light. We've got Roller right here. And he's got 6 rolling wheels on pins. It rolls really, really nicely. And there you go, there's Roller, and he's got space down there, so you got some of the smaller figures will fit in there. You can actually sit some figures in Roller. And then we've got we've got his Energy X right there, so you can see what that looks like. We'll show that off here in a little bit. And we've got some blast effects. So we got these 2 blast effects right here. There's a couple of different things we can do with them, one of which, of course, is you can put the blast effect on the rifle. So that's one thing we can do with that. There's a couple other things we're going to look at later. And then we got these 2 effects right here, and there's a very specific purpose for these. So let's get into storage real quick. So let's go to the trailer. As you can see, the trailer here is approximately 9.5 inches long and about just under 4 inches tall. And it's a very good representation of the trailer as we saw it in the animation. Remember, this is meant to look like the animation. So you got the double doors back there. So what I mean by the animation is that we don't have the blue and silver details on the stripe. It's just the gray stripe with the Autobot logo, kind of like the outline of the Autobot logo right there. So not a lot of the detail that we saw with the toys. This is meant to look like the animation. You got some rolling wheels down here. These are done in plastic. And the trailer rolls pretty fine. And it's also got the outriggers right here. So in terms of putting these away, the back bumper here is on a hinge. So this is going to hinge out, and then this whole section is going to come down like so. And this is going to allow you to take these blast effects and put these away right in there. And then you can close that up, and you can see that this is a tab that's going to go into that slot right there. So that's going to secure that whole bottom part of the trailer. Very, very nice. And of course, while we're here, you can see that we've got some red details here on the taillights. pretty good. Looking at the bottom, we've got, you know, the outline of a spare tire. We don't have like an actual spare tire, but we got the outline right there. You got working legs right there so you can stand it up. You got the outriggers, and you got the bases here for the wheels. So the outriggers, the way these are going to work, these are going to swing out much like the original toy did. And then this piece here is going to swing down to form the support for the panels on the trailer when we open this up. Take the back of the double door right here, pull this down. You can see we've got a ramp right there. And then the trailer is going to open up pretty much like the original toy did. Now, in terms of putting things away in storage, this axe is going to fit right there. And it's just going to pop right in there. Like so, unless I'm doing it wrong. It should fit right in here. I had it in here before I started recording. I swear I did. I'm doing it backwards. And here's why. There's a little hole right there for that little peg right in there. So I am indeed doing it backwards. So we're going to go this way. And we're going to peg that right into place. Right there. Make me look bad. Why don't you? Let's do it this way. There we go. Doesn't look great on camera, but it works. We have a little tab right there that's going to fit into the slot in the rifle. So that is going to peg in right in there. Unless I'm doing this one wrong too. Here we go. I swear I had all of these up here before we started. And then these right here. Same thing. We've got a little hole right there that's going to go into that peg right in there. So then these are going to store right here. We'll store that right in there. And there we go. There's our storage for all of our accessories. Now, while we're here, let's take a look at, we got one more bit of storage that I absolutely love. If you look at the repair drone, you're going to notice we got a couple of tabs right there. If we take a look at Roller, we've got a couple of slots right there. So that actually allows you to take Roller and tab him in place. So Roller actually stays put while you're driving the vehicle around, while you're moving the trailer around, all that good stuff. So yeah, I absolutely love that because it's the first time, I think, that I can recall that we've got Roller secured in the trailer. When the truck's rolling around, he's not rolling around. You can actually stand him up. He stays in place. You don't have to send him off to the side. I really dig it. That's really, really cool. So let's see. Let's set the trailer off to the side for a moment because I know we want to get into the figure. There's a couple more things we can do with the trailer. We'll leave those for a bit. Let's get into the figure because that's really kind of what everybody is here for, is to take a look at this figure. He looks absolutely fantastic. The robot mode stands approximately 7.5 inches tall, and that is a little bigger than current Voyager size. And I want to be very specific about current Voyager size, because if we go back about 10 years, this is the size of Voyager would have been. Nowadays, not so much. This is somewhere in between the current Voyager and the current Leader. So we want to be very specific about that. Just so I can kind of demonstrate what we're talking about here. Here he is next to Earthrise Optimus Prime, which is supposed to be, yes, this sold as a Leader, but we know it was a Voyager-sized figure with a trailer, right? So this is what Voyagers are kind of sized at right now. So there's Earthrise Optimus Prime, which not too long ago, we all thought it wasn't going to get any better than this, and now we've got this. And here he is with the G1 Optimus Prime. This is the 40th anniversary version right there, so you can see what they all look like together, how they size up. There you go. So for size comparison, there you go. Taking a closer look at Prime right here, let's take a look at all the details. Check out the face sculpt. It's absolutely perfect. Love. Now, he's got these really nice powder blue eyes, but they're way in there, and my camera's having a hard time kind of picking up on them. We've got the, let's see, so I really like, let me bring this guy back in here. I really like the color. See how bright the reds and the blues are? I really, really dig it. It looks so nice. We got the orange details here on the lights. We have blue. It's kind of like, I think there's like a silver in backing to this, and then we've got like a blue tinted clear plastic right here for the window. It looks super, super nice. If we open this up, yeah, that's a solid panel back there, but that's what it looks like. It kind of looks like there's like a silver backing back there, or it's been painted silver, and then it's got like this blue tinted clear plastic right here. It really makes for a nice effect that looks really good. The stripe is done in gray, but the grill is done in silver. And then of course we got white for the belt with the yellow details. We got white for the legs, and then we got the blue legs with the silver tanks. So again, it's meant to look like the animation going all the way around. Very, very solid figure. The backpack is admittedly a little messy, but it's not bad, especially for everything that this figure does. It's really not that bad. It's not humongous. It's not super huge. It's just a little, you know, a lot of people would prefer that this be a little smoother, you know, a little cleaner of a backpack. But you know what? For what it's doing, this is really not bad. It does not look terrible. Like when you're holding it there, it doesn't look terrible. It's just like, oh, it's not cartoon accurate clean. That's really kind of the minorest of nitpicks right there. It's not bad. You got that little blue thing there in the back right there. Here you go. Okay, the heels. I did flip mine around. So these came with the heels that are flipped over. But here are my thoughts on the heels right here. If you have the tools, which I have, if you have the tools and the know-how, then by all means flip them. It just takes a couple of minutes, easy, simple flip. If you don't have the tools or you're afraid that you're going to damage it, then don't even bother. Don't even worry about it. And here's why I say that. Number one, every single figure has come out with the heels, quote unquote, backwards, right? Hasbro, to my knowledge, Hasbro hasn't said, yeah, they're backwards, we're going to fix them later. To my knowledge. So as far as I know, all of the heels came out the way they came out. Somebody on the internet said, hey, these are backwards, and then everybody just kind of followed along with that. I don't know that we have any official confirmation that those heels are actually backwards or not. And here's the truth of the matter is, the figure is not affected at all. The robot mode is not affected. The transformation is not affected. The vehicle is not affected. It literally is just the difference. It's an aesthetic difference as to whether this blue outline right here is going to be on the top or the bottom, which is more noticeable in truck mode than in robot mode. That's literally all it is. So if you have the tools, it takes a couple of minutes. It's not a big deal. But if you don't, honestly, don't worry about it. Really don't worry about it. It's such a minor difference. There's a blue line on top or is the blue line on bottom. That's really all it comes down to. So don't worry about it. Don't lose any sleep over it. If you can't, just leave it alone. The figure is just fine. Articulation wise, head is on a ball joint. You can go up and down. You can do some inquisitive and you can turn. Shoulders can go in and out. They can go forward and backwards all the way around. You got rotation at the bicep. You got a nice bend at the elbow. You can bend backwards as well, but that's for transformation. Rotation at the wrist, and then we've got articulation. So the index finger has 2 pins, so you actually have 2 joints for the index finger, and then the last 3 fingers right here also have 2 pins, but those are joined together. You got a rotation at the waist. You got the little hip skirts right here. These can move. The legs can go forward all the way. They can go back all the way. They can go in and out of the way. You got a rotation at the top of the thigh. You got nice bend at the knee. Look at that. Super bend at the knee. You can point the toes down and you've got ankle tilts. You can do all the wide stances, all the way to the wide stances. So super articulated. As you've seen, many people have done it, myself included. You saw it in my thumbnail. You can do that classic G1 movie pose where he jumps after he transforms and he jumps out and he's doing the thing like this, and he's got his hand out like that and the gun like so. I'm just kind of doing a quick and dirty right here. Give me the gun real quick. Come on, gun. You didn't want to peg earlier, now you don't want to come off. Bert the Stormtrooper is the king of the worst reviews. Here we go. Just kind of quick and dirty. But yeah, you can do the thing, right? You can do the pose, the flying pose. I don't have it exact, but you can point the toes. I don't have it exact right now, but I did a better job of it in my thumbnail. And you've seen dozens of people have done it too. So it's pretty cool that you can do that. Really, really cool. As you saw, the weapon will just, the hand is molded really nicely. It's got kind of that rounded mold right there. So the weapon will actually peg, and then you can wrap the fingers around it like so. So he holds his weapon just fine, as you can see right there. Yeah, that's kind of an ominous isn't it? Come on, ominous bit of a pose right there. That's just that's a color pose. That's more of a movie, live action movie prime. Kind of a pose right there. Very gangsta. Let's take a look at the axe. So the way the axe is going to work, go ahead and we're going to bend his fingers all the way in. This is the way we're going to do it for the transformation. And then the arm is going to open up, and you're going to bring the fist all the way around. You're going to notice these little tabs right there. That's going to go into these slots in here. That's going to secure in place, and that's going to leave us with that peg, which is going to go into that port. And then you can just put the axe right in there, just like that. And there you go. Now you got prime dual wielding weapons. So let's give him some ankle tilt there, some ankle tiltage. There you go. Very dynamic, very posable, very fun prime. Very, very cool. Let's set him aside for the moment. Let's take a look. We'll put him over here so he looks cool. Let's take a look at a couple more things here with the trailer. So we've got our droid right here, our little repair drone. So this is on a double hinge, as you saw. So one hinge there, one hinge there. Actually 3 hinges, so top, center, and bottom. You got the little radar dish right here. This comes out. Then on this side, you've got a hinged arm. You also have a hinge here for rotation. And then you have a hinge in the center right there, as well as a hinge at the top for the claw. So you can move this all over the place. You can take your blast effects, and these will also fit right there. So that can also fire, which is very, very cool. And then we'll go ahead and put this back away in here. This can also come off, which I absolutely love that this comes off. This is kind of a new thing, in the last couple of years. It's just taken on popularity to the point where it's almost become official, and I absolutely love it. You got 2 pegs at the bottom here. This is how it mounted to the trailer. You also have 2 ports on the top of roller, so you can actually mount this to the top of roller, and you can have yourself a roving repair droid. So if he needs to go out in the field and do repairs, he can do that. He can just roll right off the trailer and come to the aid of any Autobots that may need it. I absolutely love that they keep integrating this into Optimus Prime trailers. I really love that idea. Also, the little cockpit opens up, so if you have a figure small enough, you can fit that in there. Absolutely love it. And of course, the whole thing folds up again, and we can put it away right here. Finally, last bit of business. I'll roll these up. Roll that up, and roller can pull the trailer. You can pull it on the back. You can pull it on the front. Completely up to you. So roller is also capable of rolling. Roller is capable of rolling. Oh my goodness. Redundant, Bert is redundant. So yes, roller is capable of pulling the trailer, which is really, really cool. So we're going to take all of our things right here. We're going to put them away. We're going to tab that right in there. Just like so. And of course, we can fit Autobots in here. For example, there's Studio Series 86 Bumblebee. He fits right in there just fine along with Roller. We can close this up, close that up, and the trailer is ready to roll out. So, now that we're here, let's get right into transformation. Let's get this robot in disguise. To transform Optimus Prime, first thing we're going to do is put his fists away. Just like you saw me do for his left arm, we're going to do the same thing on his right. So we're just going to open this panel up, close the fingers up, and then just roll these all the way in like so. Close that back up. We're going to turn his elbows in, and then, well, let me do that again. So we're going to turn the elbow backwards, and then we're going to rotate that part in, then just bring the arm up here, keep it out of the way. So again, rotate the elbow back like so, rotate that in, and then bring it up here, get it out of the way. Let's go to the legs. We're going to start right here. We're going to take this little blue piece right here, flip it all the way down. And then there are going to be, that's just going to line up right there. Take these front panel on the legs, take these and flip them all the way around, and those are going to tab into place. So you're going to take that, rotate it all the way around, tab it into place. Take there's a little tab right in the side of the feet right here. We're going to pop these out, and that's going to allow us to bring the toes down and the heels forward like so. So again, There's a little tab right in there. We're going to take this piece out, and this is the tab that's going to plug into this port right here to close all of this up together. Extend the toe, extend the heel, and then just bring these down and tab that together just like so. And we're going to leave the legs like that for the moment. Let's go to the backpack. Take this panel right here, flip this up. This is going to allow you to bring this whole thing down like so. Well, take these panels here, bring these out, and then bring this whole thing down like so. There's these little panels here on the side, and we want to pull these up. It might be easier to do while he's still in robot mode like this. It's up to you, really. Just reach for these panels here, pull these out. And again, we're going to bring the backpack down like so. And then at this point, we're going to take the top of the torso. We're going to rotate it around. And then we're going to take the bottom of the legs right here from the hips down. And we're going to rotate that around. So basically, this whole midsection right here, that's the only piece that we're rotating. Once you've done that, these panels that we lifted, you can bring those back down again. We're only lifting those so that we can rotate that centerpiece. That's it. Take the head and spin it around. And then while you're here, go ahead and pull this piece up. Now, the first couple of times you do this, this is really, really difficult. Take your little earpieces. I like to bring these forward just a little bit. Go ahead and rotate this down. The first couple of times doing this, it felt like it was not going to happen or it was going to break. But eventually it does if you work it, you know, just kind of do it, massage it softly, maybe give it a little bit of hot water to loosen up the joint. But then you're going to push right here until that snaps into place. Again, the first time doing that is super, super difficult. You just kind of keep that up and out of the way. Once the head's in there, then I push the ears back as far as they'll go. That's it. Take the grill right here, and this is going to flip up like so, covering up the head. These pieces are on a double hinge, so this is going to hinge out and over like that. So you're going to accordion these in like so. You can see the little pin right in there. So again, we're going to just rotate these outwards and then just bring it up and keep rotating it as we do that. You can see the hinge right there, the double hinge right there, and just kind of bring these up and get them together like so. At this point, let's see, we can go ahead and bring these up. And then we're going to unsnap the legs, rather it's the groin, so that we can bring this back. What's happening here is you see this little round piece right there. That's going to snap right in there for robot mode. You can feel that soft snap right there. So we're unsnapping it from there so that we can bend the legs and bring this whole thing up like so. All right, let's work on the grill right here. So we're going to, this thing was like this. We're going to bring this down, take the grill, bring it forward, reach in here to fold the rest of the grill up, and then bring this up. Back like that. And then we're just going to line this up with the windows like so. There you go. You're just going to line that up right there. While we're here, these wheels come out just a little bit. There are tabs on this panel right here that are going to slot into these little slots right in there. So bring that down and slot the wheels into that panel like so. Leave these down. Let's see. Bring the legs down a little bit. We'll go ahead and bring the arms back so we can bring the arms back. Then bring these into place. There are, let me see if I can show this. There are two tabs there and there that are going to go into these slots here and here. That's how you know that you have the arms lined up correctly. So those are going to slot right in there. While you're doing this, also there's a tab here on the inside of the shoulder that's going to go into this piece right there. So that's all going to tab together, and that's how you know you got everything lined up. So again, just bring that back. Tab the shoulder in place right there, and then tab the arm in place down there. That's all set. At this point, we can go ahead and finish up the cab. So this panel here, actually this panel here is going to swing out, and then this whole thing is on a double hinge, and this is going to come up and tab into place right there. So again, this panel swings out. This whole panel is on a double hinge. That's going to swing up, and that's all going to tab into place. Right there, there's our front of our cab pretty much all done. So now, these two panels, we're going to bring these up and over. These tabs are going to tab in here and here on the thighs. And then these tabs are going to go into the back of the cab right in there. There and there. That's going to line everything together like so. Very nice. And yeah, we're down to 2 steps. I love what they did right here. Absolutely, this is a stroke of genius. So this panel is going to come out. It's going to swing out. When you go back into robot mode, you want to make sure that this piece right here is going into that slot right in there. That's how it's nice and clean. So bring this out. Start rotating this piece around. Don't rotate it all the way. Leave it out just a little bit so that this edge can come clear up and over and clear that tire. And then bring it in, and as you see, there's a little tab right there that's going to go into that slot right in there. So just bring this up and over, rotate it here at the very end, and then that's going to tab right into the cab like so. Same thing over here. Just bring this down, start swinging it, bring it up and over, and tab it into the cab right there. Make sure everything is tight, and then finally, we're going to take the wheels and we're going to rotate these. I love how they did the legs on this. It's so clean, and there you go. There is Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime in his truck mode, and this thing is absolutely clean. Take a look at this. There are no robot parts hanging out anywhere. I guess you can argue that back there, maybe a little bit, but I mean, there are no robot parts hanging out. This is clean. Cab mode right here is approximately 6 inches long and about 3 inches tall at the top of the smokestacks right there. So you can see 2.5 if you go to the top of the cab. Check this out. So you got, again, those blue-ish windows right there. You got the silver grille, silver lights, silver bumper, yellow details there on the bumper, silver on the mirrors right there. Same effect for the windows right there. So you got like that silver paint in the back there with a blue tinted clear plastic. Makes for a really, really nice effect. Silver on the wheels, silver on the gas tank. These wheels are like a soft, they're not rubber, but they're a very, very soft plastic. So this thing rolls super, super smooth. Going back, you got a nice clean, the back of the truck right here. It's a little crooked right there. Back of the truck is really, really clean. It doesn't have an official fifth wheel per se, but they did kind of mold it in, so you can, kind of see it in there. You got the lights painted on the back right there, and again, the difference is that blue line right there, whether that blue line is on the top or if it's between the lights and this gray piece right here. Again, if you don't have the tool to flip them, don't even worry about it. It's such a non-thing. We got the silver smokestacks, and there you go, pretty much the whole truck right there. You can bring in the cab. These are going to slide up. And then you got a peg right there that's going to go right into that hole. And there you go. There you've got Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime in his vehicle mode. Looking pretty much the way that vehicle looked in the cartoon. Very, very nice. Combined mode, we've got a combined length here of about 13 inches. So this is a very, very nice size vehicle right here. So let's go back here. We talked about these effects, so we're going to open the back of it one more time. I'm going to bring these effects down here because this is such a cool thing. They didn't have to do it, but they did. Of course, in the movie, that iconic moment when Optimus Prime shows up and transforms to go into battle. That's what these are for. So these effects have these little tabs right there. On the bottom of the truck, you got slots right here. So these effects are going to slot right in there like so, and right there like so, and then you can take the trailer, slot it in there, and there you go. You got that iconic moment when you got the touch, you got the power, starts playing, and you've got Optimus Prime just launching himself into the air, transforms in the air, and just starts taking out Decepticons. How cool is that? Again, this is one of those things, they didn't have to do it, but they did, and it's such a cool effect. It's just so neat. Really, really appreciate that they did that. It looks so amazing. And again, put these away. Just open this up in the back, and then these pieces are going to fit right in there. Super simple. Close that up, tap that back into place, and there you go. You got your Prime ready to roll out. Very, very cool. Let's back up a little bit, and we'll do a couple of quick comparisons. So here is Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime along with G1 Optimus Prime. And again, this is the 40th anniversary edition. This is the or the retro edition. This is the one that looks like the cartoon. So we got two cartoon looking primes right there, so you can see what they look like together. And something that surprised me is how the Studio Series 86 trailer is almost the same size as the G1 trailer. So in length, they're pretty comparable, right? Check that out. Very, very cool. But you can see what the two of them look like together, what the size difference is. Oh, there you go. That'll work. Actually, that'll work really nicely because now I'm going to do this. Here they are both with Earthrise Optimus Prime. And my Earthrise Optimus Prime, of course, has been enhanced with toy hacks and a non-F upgrade kit for the trailer right there. But there you go. You can see what they all look like together. Size differences. Yeah, big difference between the Earthrise. This was a leader class. This is a commander class. So you can see the differences right there. Big, big difference. Yeah, very cool. And you can see what they all look like together. Absolutely love that. I can't wait to review this one. This is such a cool figure. And we'll set this guy off to the side over here. And we'll take one last look here at our Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime in his vehicle mode. And here we have one last look at this amazing figure. If you are into G1, if you are into Optimus Prime, if you are into the 86 movie, this is a must-have. You know, it wasn't long ago when we thought Earthrise was as good as it was going to get. We never imagined that we were going to get a figure this good in the retail line. This is as good as, if not better, in my opinion, I think better than masterpiece figures that we've had for Prime. And we never thought we were going to get something like this at retail. Yeah, he's a little bit of a higher price because he's a commander, but you see everything that he comes with. This is, to date, in my opinion, the most perfect Optimus Prime figure we've ever gotten as an official Hasbro release. This is the perfect Optimus Prime figure. This is absolutely fantastic. You owe it to yourself to check this figure out. And I think that about does it for the Transformers Studio Series 86 Commander Class Optimus Prime. What did you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe, share with your friends if you like what you see. As always, thank you so very much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time on That's Just Prime.
Arcade, see the best displayed.